Good afternoon. I'm sure that everyone is aware that their fruits and vegetables are grown on farms. However, I don't think that everyone is aware of exactly what kind of farms this food comes from. There are, of course, the traditional farms. Here, the food is sprayed down with potentially harmful pesticides to protect from the bugs and bacteria that try to eat the food. They also use fertilizers and plant hormones to try to get the plants to grow bigger and faster. Another option is organic farming. According to the International Federation of Organic Agriculture Movement's website, quote, organic agriculture is a production system that sustains the health of soils, ecosystems, and people. It relies on ecological processes, biodiversity, and cycles adapted to local conditions rather than the use of inputs with adverse effects. Organic agriculture combines tradition, innovation, and science to benefit the shared environment and promote fair relationships and a good quality of life for all involved. Additionally, research has also shown that through organic farming, global greenhouse emissions will be reduced by 40% in our atmosphere. Now, while 40% is a good number, in this day and age, we should be able to do better. And we have. There is a third option for producing fruits and vegetables that is becoming more widespread in its popularity. This is a system where tearing down forests and clearing wildlife is no longer necessary. Since land is not required, neither is fertilizer or farm equipment. In fact, in this system, food can be produced with no greenhouse emissions at all. Today, I'm going to tell you about a farming system called aquaponics. I will give you a breakdown of the inner workings of the system itself, why aquaponics is a better option for the environment, and the worldwide impact that aquaponics has. When I am done, you will see why aquaponics is farming for the future. Although the system may look pretty intricate, especially on the industrial size levels, it's really a simple concept. All you need is water, healthy fish, containers for both the plants and the fish, a filtration system, fish food, and produce plants. As you can see from this model, the plants sit in pots that allow the roots to be in the water while the produce grows out of the water. This way, the plants will get the sun, water, and nutrients that they need, but they have room to grow and won't drown. The fish are kept in a separate container so that they don't get tempted to nibble on the growing roots. There are two filters, one that pulls the water that the plants have oxygenated into the tank for the fish, and one that takes the wastewater from the fish and other good bacteria that grows there to supply the necessary nutrients to the plants. Permaculture Research Institute's website explains that, quote, aquaponics is a combination of aquaculture, which is growing fish and other aquatic animals, and hydroponics, which is growing plants without soil. The result is a perfect collaboration between aquaculture and gardening. This is an example of a system that would be used as an actual aquaponics farm. It can generate 6 times more produce per square foot in one season than traditional or organic farming can. This is an example of a system that could be in your home for your own personal fruits and vegetables to grow. Not only is it a pretty simple setup, aquaponics is also farming that is good for the environment. Global warming is when greenhouse gases trap heat and make the planet warmer. Agriculture accounts for about 9% of these gas emissions into the atmosphere. This includes burning fossil fluids for electricity, heat, and transportation. While 9% doesn't seem like such a big percent in the grand scheme of things, there's always room for improvements. The impact that aquaponics has on the environment is quite substantial in a good way. Because aquaponics uses water that is continuously circulated throughout the whole system, there is about 90% less water used than in traditional or organic farming. Natural evaporation causes the system to be topped off about once a month, but that is nowhere near the daily watering that traditional or organic needs. These systems are also able to set up in areas with droughts or very little water. Aquaponic farming produces food for the local economy. This eliminates the need for the big refrigerated 18-wheelers that disperse produce around the country. Motorized farming equipment is also not necessary for planting or harvesting the produce. As a result, there are no CO2 emissions from farming equipment. Aquaponics also uses less energy than traditional or organic farming. The two biggest expenses that this system has is keeping the room at the right growing temperature and keeping the filters running. This electricity can be powered by solar, wind, or hydroelectric, therefore cutting down on energy used. Since aquaponics doesn't use soil to grow the produce, there's no need to clear land for farming. Since fertilizers aren't used, there's no fear that the soil will become too acidic and ruin that area, or the runoff will affect nearby lakes or streams, thereby making safer waterways. Due to the relative simplicity of the system and the versatility of design, aquaponic systems can be set up almost anywhere. Volcano Veggie's website is quoted as saying, "By growing in abandoned warehouses, we are using structures that already exist, saving money, energy, and other valuable resources." With aquaponic farming, produce can be grown any time of year, in any weather, anywhere on the planet. This is a crucial element when trying to battle the global food crisis that is affecting people worldwide. As of 2014, there were 43 countries on all 7 continents that had established substantial aquaponic farms, and that number is ever growing. Among the biggest producers are the United States, Australia, Switzerland, Germany, England, and Iceland. Other countries that are now developing aquaponic farms are India, Israel, China, and Africa. So now it's up to each of you. Take the time to find out where your produce is really coming from. Also, research local farmers in your area. There may be an aquaponics farm close to you and you didn't even know it. With the simplicity of the system, the huge benefits to the environment, and the beneficial worldwide effect that aquaponics farming has, it is easy to see why aquaponics is truly farming for the future. Thank you.
That was really informative too.